Hey everybody, it's me, John Ward, and I am back with another Dark Park Film Reviews. And this video is actually a part two. Part one was last month, and that was the Blue Underground order that I did. That was the first order. So that would have been video one. This is now the second order, and I've held on to this for a month. My reason for that is basically last month you could see over on Indie Film Cafe. It's Jonathan Paul and myself doing the end of the month haul. And that first order is in that haul. And then I did a separate video by myself with that order. And I did the same thing this time. So you can go over to Indie Film Cafe and you can see Jonathan Paul and myself doing our end of the month haul. And I show off these movies, and now I've made my own video again where I'm showing them off on my own channel. So that's where we're at right now, and I still have them in the box. So this is the box, and it even still has the paper. There we go, it has the paper in it, so that kind of gives you a little preview of what we're going to be looking at. And so let me take the paper out because that's going to make it harder to look at stuff, and I'll put it down like this. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 movies. 10 of them are DVD, and one of them is Blu-ray. So let's get to it. Let's hop on this thing. I know you're busy. You guys got stuff to do, and so let's do this. So the first one is going to be the Blu-ray, and both these films are Jess Franco. They both star Christopher Lee in what I think is one of his best roles. And you might be thinking, oh, Dracula. Nope. It is actually Fu Manchu. And I love all the Fu Manchu movies. I think they're awesome. Yeah, they're politically incorrect these days, and it's whitewashing and all that, but they're still awesome. I'm sorry, I don't care. I don't think that you should take a good movie and or a good series and give it a backhand today, especially if it's good. And each of the Fu Manchu movies got worse and lower budget. So these are the last two that were made. And so these are pretty low budget. And I guess they would be, instead of more for like horror films, I guess like the first few Fu Manchu movies would be more A-list, while these are more, I don't know, kind of C-list. But I still love them, just like I like the last two Dracula Hammer movies a lot. You know, Dracula AD 1972 and The Satanic Rites of Dracula. You know, sometimes cheaper is better. So, but yeah, I really dig these. This was only $1 more than the DVD. So I said, ooh, let me grab it. So there's the front. There's the side. There's our back. And so it's listing extras, which may only be on the blood of Fu Manchu. Or maybe they're put on both. Like they're divided between the two films, because here's all the information for the movie is the video and the sound is here, which looks like it's probably for both. And then here's just the extras. So let's see, what do they say? So extras are The Rise of Fu Manchu, interview with director Jess Franco, producer Harry Allen Towers, and stars Christopher Lee. I don't know how to pronounce this person's name. Might be Tao Chin and Shirley Eaton. Then The Fall of Fu Manchu. Oh, so Rise is probably on Blood, and then The Fall of Fu Manchu is probably on Castle. Interviews with the director, the producer, stars Christopher Lee, and then that Tao Chin. Theatrical trailers, poster, and still galleries. It says extras are not rated or subtitled, presented in high definition and 480i standard definition. Okay, not rated. And Blood of Fu Manchu was 1968, and Castle of Fu Manchu was 1969. Both are in color, and they're 94 minutes. So yeah, so I think this is pretty awesome. And then here we have our inside. And then it looks like the chapters are right here. All right, so that's the Blu-ray. The next one is a Lucio Fulci film, and it is the special edition of The New York Ripper. Italians loved back in the day to shoot in New York. They might have gotten a tax write-off or something. Who knows? For a long time when this was on VHS, I always thought these were like it was The New York Ripper 2. And then I realized, oh, it's a street. That's the left lane. That's the right lane. So it does say, like I said, special edition, the most controversial horror film ever made. That side got its back. It says New York City, a nice place to visit, but you wouldn't want to die there. Now, I would disagree with this review. Fulci at his absolute most brutal. I haven't seen this in a long time, so I don't know, maybe, but I'm thinking, I don't know. Have you seen Zombie? Color 1982, 93 minutes. It's not rated. It is widescreen. The extras are I Am an Actress, interview with Zora Kurova. New York City locations, then and now, and theatrical trailer. Oh, yeah, look, it's a woman being stabbed. See, I like that they do that instead of just having just a blank white, nothing in there. Okay, the next one is it's actually another Christopher Lee film. It's Christopher Lee and Klaus Kinski, and it's Circus of Fear. Intriguing, original, and chock full of twists. That's from classichorror.com. That's back here. It's a Circus of Fear, the never before seen director's cut. Directed by John Moxey, also produced by Harry Allen Towers. Anybody else in this that might be known? No, not that I can see. Color 1966, 91 minutes, widescreen, not rated. The extras are audio commentary with director John Moxey, theatrical trailers, poster and still gallery, talent bios. Now, a lot of these, well, I just said, isn't it nice that they don't do just the empty white nothing? And oh, well, I spoke too soon. Oh, what are you going to do? I think I was going to start to say something else, but no, I don't remember. All right, next one is a lot of Italian stuff in here. A film by Lamberto Bava, and it is A Blade in the Dark. Get the blade in the dark out of the light so you can see it better. And here's its side. Now, of course, Lamberto Bava is Mario Bava's son. And it says, when the lights go out, the knife goes in. Essential viewing for any Italian horror fans. It's a shame they don't make them like this anymore. That is from Mondo Digital. This is color, 1983, 109 minutes, widescreen, not rated. And the extras are Behind the Blade, interviews with director Lamberto Bava and the co-writer. I'm not going to try to pronounce his name because it's in Italian. Theatrical trailer and talent bios. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Well, it's the knife on that side, and then this side is just black. So that's kind of boring. I mean, I'm glad they did something, but can just put a picture or something. All right. Still a good movie, but all right. The next one is it's a David Carradine movie, and it's called Circle of Iron. They had two versions of this, a 1-disc and a 2-disc. I picked up the 2-disc. 2-disc special edition, David Carradine in Circle of Iron, from a story by Bruce Lee. Oh, it's back. Let's see. Circle of Iron, the adventure epic Western by Bruce Lee. His dream project he never lived to see. This is directed by Richard Moore. Oh, it has Christopher Lee in it. Ronnie McDowell. Eli Walsh. Okay. Story by Bruce Lee and James Coburn. Produced by Paul Molansky and Sandy Howard. I think Sandy Howard is the one who did all those American Gamera movies. Color 1978, 97 minutes. It is widescreen, rated R. Also says Icon. That's Mel Gibson's company. So the extras on disc 1, audio commentary with director Richard Moore, theatrical trailers and TV spots. Disc 2 has like a ton of stuff. Playing the silent flute, because this was originally called the silent flute. Interview with star David Carradine. The producer. Interview with co-producer Paul Maslansky. Karate master. Interview with martial arts coordinator Joe Lewis. Audio interview with co-writer Sterling Stillifant. Bruce Lee's The Magic Flute, a history by Davis Miller and Kaylee Moore. Poster and stills gallery. First draft strip by Bruce Lee, James Coburn, and Sterling Stillifant. And that's on a DVD-ROM. Extras are not rated or closed captions, it says. Okay. I think they did the same thing with this, where one side has a picture and the other side is just black. Let's see. Yep. So there's David Carradine playing the magic flute. I'm assuming. And then the other side is just boring black. All right, next one is I'm slowly collecting these. I know there's a lot of them, so I may not get them all, but slowly just collecting them. And that is Emmanuelle in America, or the Emmanuelle movies is what I'm collecting. And it's Laura Jimster. in Emmanuelle in America, one of the most notorious exploitation films ever made from Bizarre magazine. I actually do want to make an Emmanuelle film. I'm not going to give the title out, but I do want to make my own film. It says here, sex and violence classic from director Joe D'Amato, now totally uncut and uncensored. It's widescreen. It's not rated. Color, 1976. It goes 100 minutes. Seeing anybody else? The extras are Joe D'Amato and the Black Emmanuelles. Interview with director Joe D'Amato. Audio interview with star Laura Jimser. Poster and still gallery. The Unofficial Emmanuelle Phenomenon by David Flint, and talent bios. Oh, here we go. Okay. Get my hand out of there so you can see her. So I guess that's her in Emmanuelle in America. She's pretty tall. All right. The next one is pretty notorious, mostly for being a con job. The last 10 minutes of the film are the notorious part, are the most infamous part of this film. I originally bought it on VHS. It's got a great cover on VHS. It was originally done by Media, I believe Media Entertainment, which I think was owned by Charles Band. And I heard that this was a real snuff movie. And then for years, I said, I have seen a snuff movie. It's a movie called Snuff. And of course, it's fake. This is a film that has a completely different movie, like a full length movie. And then the last 10 minutes is that it's like behind the scenes of the crew and they kill a woman. And for a while, I thought it was real. I was a kid. And why they let me buy this movie, it was through the mail, so maybe that's why. But I was very young, maybe like 10 when I saw it, and I thought it was real. And then years later, found out, oh no, it was completely staged. It was fake. So, but I bought it anyways because it is a notorious film. And this is the special edition version of it. It says the bloodiest thing that ever happened in front of a camera, Snuff. Here's its back. And it says the film that could only be made in South America, where life is cheap. And that's true. That is true. Life is cheap in South America. One of the most notorious exploitation movies of all time. That is from the video Vacuum. The actors and actresses who dedicated their lives to the making of this film were never seen or heard from again. This is color, 1976, 80 minutes, not rated, widescreen. Let's see. The extras are shooting Snuff, interview with filmmaker Carter Stevens, up to Snuff, interview with filmmaker Nicholas Winding Refn, Porn Buster, interview with retired FBI agent Bill Kelly, US trailer, German trailer, poster and still gallery, controversy gallery, Snuff, the 70s and Beyond by Alexandra Heller Nicholas and Nicholas Winding Refn intro. I do like that it has the red box. I think that's cool. I've done this type of thing on a couple movies, like Creepazoids. I put a green box on it. I thought that looked kind of cool, so I took the black and put a green box on it instead. All right, the next one is once again a Lucio Fulci film. Going back, Italian. Like I said, most of these things are Italian, and it's called Contraband. So this is his mafia movie. Nothing in the front here. It says totally uncut, totally uncensored, vicious, brutal, and alarmingly violent, about as wet as the law allows. And that's from a Chaz Bullion from Gore Score. Oh, he's been dead a while. So that's an old review. The extras are theatrical trailer and talent bios. It's rated R and it's widescreen. You can kind of see that there's something here. It's like a really light color, like a light blue, maybe. Let's see. Don't know what that's supposed to be. At least they did something. Next one is another Lamberto Bava film, and it's called Macabre. And it says here, prepare yourself for the shock of a lifetime. It might be Macabre. Macabre, because of the R, not macabre, but Macabre. And it says, once she kept a lover on the side, but that's nothing compared to what she keeps in the freezer. A Sick Little Gym, that is from Mondo Digital. Widescreen, not rated, color 1980, 90 minutes. Extras are a Head for Horror interview with co-writer and director Lamberto Bava, theatrical trailer, and Lamberto Bava bio. Oh, this has like a book in it. Let's see what this book is. Oh, I've showed these before. So it's a catalog of their other movies. So that will stay in there. Here's its inside. Guess at least it's black and not white. Get that back in there without destroying it. Okay. All right, two left. This next one is called Street Law. And my reason for buying this is one is Franco Nero, but really for Barbara Bach. I love Barbara Bach. She was the Bond girl in The Spy Who Loved Me, which was the very first Bond film I saw in the theater. Thought she was absolutely gorgeous. And then she posed in Playboy. And somehow as a kid, I was able to get my hands on that one. And then she was in she was in the horror film The Unseen. But then she was in the movie Caveman with Ringo Starr from the Beatles and married Ringo Starr. And they're still married to this day. So that's pretty good. I mean, Ringo Starr lucked out with her because she's absolutely beautiful. So that's really why I got it, was for her. But, Franco Nero is, nothing to sneeze at. It does, let's see, robbery, assault, murder. One man has had enough. And it's a film by, let's see if I can pronounce this properly, Enzo G. Castellari. That could be right. Crowd-pleasing action. Castellari's direction lens in a faint. Great. I know exactly what the word is, but I can't say. It's the drug. Effeminate. I'm just say adrenaline because that's what it does. Adrenaline. So it gives an adrenaline laced touch. All movie guide. It's just not sticking in my head how to pronounce it properly. So we'll. And this is widescreen, not rated, color. 1974. It's 103 minutes. Not seeing anybody else. I didn't know Franco Nero was in Die Hard 2. He was also the original Django. And Barbara Bach, Black Belly of the Tarantula, The Spy Who Loved Me. She was also in Island of the Fishmen, which Roger Corman grabbed, and Jim Wynorski was one of the guys who re-edited the movie into Screamers. You could see a man turn inside out. So this is the uncut and uncensored version. The extras are audio commentary with the director, laying down the law, interviews with the director and star Franco Nero, theatrical trailer, and TV spot. There's Barbara Bach right there. Absolutely beautiful. Try to get that out of the. There we go. See, at least they do something with the black on this one. They put some sort of design on there. Last one. This one, a lot of people know and a lot of people like, and so do I. It might have been our introduction to Michael. I know I'm going to say his name wrong, and I shouldn't since I know his movies. Solaveri, Michael Solaveri, Stage Fright. This is the one where the killer is going around with the owl head on, and he's at the theater. This is the special edition, startling Fangoria magazine. Here's its back. It says, the terrifying first film from the director of The Church and Cemetery Man. A stunning debut feature, one of the finest examples of the stock and slash subgenre. That is AV Maniacs. This is widescreen, not rated, color, 1987, 90 minutes. The extras are Theater of Delirium, interview with the director, head of the company, interview with star David Brandon, Blood on the Stage Floor, interview with star, and I'm not even going to bother trying to pronounce his name. So you get an interview with one of the stars. The Owl Murders, interview with special effects artist. Not going to try that either. The Sound of Aquarius, interview with composer Simon Boswell. Theatrical trailer, poster and still gallery. Simon Boswell did one of my all-time favorite sci-fi films by Richard Stanley, Hardware. It is a great soundtrack. Good movie too, but great soundtrack. Simon Boswell is a really good composer. He puts together some good soundtracks. Yeah, there's the killer right there. So let's take a look at that killer. When I originally saw a lot of these when I was younger, way younger on VHS, I had no idea who really any of these people were, like any of these directors or anyone. If the name looked cool or the box looked cool or they showed some blood on the back, I rented it. Slowly got to know who they all were, but for a long time, yeah, it was really just going off of the cover and the back. Okay, so that's it. So now let's recap. So we have Stage Fright, Street Law, I keep wanting to say Macabre, but it's not Macabre. Now I'm blinking, but I thought it was Macabre, but it's not Macabre. God, I'm blanking now. Contraband. I hate that. You think you know something and then you forget it. It shows signs of age. Snuff. I just turned 55, so we'll see what happens down the road. Emmanuelle in America. Circle of Iron. A Blade in the Dark. Circus of Fear. The New York Ripper. And double feature Blu-ray of The Blood of Fu Manchu and The Castle of Fu Manchu. All right, that will do it for this video. I mentioned in the last one that I do have some stuff coming up and it's just working it out with people. And we'll see what happens. I'll be putting up shortly. Well, I won't be. I'll be recording it, and then Jonathan will be putting it up on Indie Film Cafe. It will be another reviews after midnight. You have to wait to see what that one is. And I do have more Blue Underground, but I only have 8. I like to at least do 10. So, and these are ones that I miscellaneous bought. They didn't actually come from a sale or anything, so I want to wait until I get 2 more, and then I'll probably do a part 3 for the Underground Blu-rays, Blue Underground movies. So far, those are all DVDs. So, all right, everybody. Well, thank you, and I really appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Do all that type of stuff. Share the video if you would like to. I think that'd be great. Every once in a while, I because my numbers is small for subscribers, I could see like one person drop off, but then I see 2 people subscribing. So that's great. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm trying to do some more interesting things down the road. There's going to be more one filmmaker, one films coming up. Like I said, it's just organizing it with the person to do it. November is going to give me more time to do these things. I was very busy last month, and now I'm not. At least I don't think I'm going to be. So please stay tuned. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I guess that's it. I'll talk to you on the next video. Bye.